Hello. Hello. Yes. Very okay. May sipon lang. Sipon. Sipon, sipon. We are okay. We are okay. You can hear me. Rinig niyo ako. Yes. Yes, I stream early. Not just testing. Kaso, we are red. Very red, my dudes. Hello. Look. Look. We are ano? We are red. I'm not sure kung gaano kalayo yung delay. Live chat. Yeah. Let's go back to just chatting. Or yes. Ah, wait, let me fix that one. Chat box. Whoa. Yo, what? Uy, ayaw lumabas. Nawala yung chat. Ay, ang laki ng chat. I have no idea what's happening with the chat though. It's so big. No. What is the happen though? That the chat box is, oh my god. Chat box is kinda ruined. I have no idea why. Me. Please. Checking. Hindi lumalabas yung chat. Oh my god. Laki ng chat. What the fuck? Hindi lumalabas, Nani. Chat. Ang laki. Oh my gosh. Paayos ko. Paayos kay Nip, but... Ay. Nga pa, wala na. We're doing the chat. Yes, this is how we do it.
Masaya check. Putang ina, basa yung screen ko. Masaya ka? Masaya ka?
Panood yun dapat. I'm not sure na panood yun.
Puta, yun lang. Punta tayo dito tapos hindi masaya tao. Fuck. Ikaw, masaya ka? Puta na. Hindi ko pa rin natutulungan kung paano. Akala ba? Flex tape? Wala pa rin.
It's just weird kasi yung buong papalitas ito. Hello! Hello! This is Manila from Jerusalem and pause to hear Christmas bells. I can almost hear it.
How are you guys? No, may delay. So kung marinig nyo to, I have no idea kung kailan yung maririnig to.
Wait mo na unti. I just wanna unti. Pwede mong tag siya. Nahirapan kayo, Tagalog mo yung English bigla. Okay?
Yung unang line pa lang yung acting.
Ikaw mag-clap.
Game!
Recording.
3, 2, 1, go! Hello everyone! Ako si Manila from Pinoy's Realm and... Yun na. Tama, Persian and... Tapos ano... Tagalog pa lang tayo yung...
Sige.
Hello everyone! Ako si Manila from Pinoy's Realm and... Narinig niyo? That's it. Okay ba yun? Okay ba yun? Okay, over. Pwede ko line by line to eh. Line by line. Ay, so holiday. So holiday season na naman mga kaibigan and the season of giving is nasa simoy ng hangin. Okay. Ulit. Holiday season na naman mga kaibigan and the season of giving is nasa simoy ng hangin. Ano parang what the fuck
I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Nakaisip ka na ba ng wishlist mo sa darating na Pasko? Puta, bobo na sinabi ko. Ang layo, gago.
Tama naman.
Okay ba yun na?
Yeah.
Darating na Pasko. Or better. Pasko. Or better question. Ay, paano mo? Better question. Ano ba huli sa darating na Pasko?
Tama.
Ay, bobo. Mali yung shit ko. Shit, ulit. Kasi iba dito eh. Dapat direct sa iba, tapos direct sa'yo yung ulo.
Wait, okay.
Nakaisip ka na ba? Yan. Nakaisip ka na ba ng wishlist mo na ipapamigay mo sa mga pamilya and kapatid and friends? Gang! Nakaisip ka na ba ng wishlist mo? Nakaisip ka na ba ng wishlist mo ng mga ipapamigay mo sa iyong family and friends? Better question, what you can give to yourself.
The better question.
The better question is, kung ano ang pwede mong ibigay sa sarili mo. Why not reward yourself with the powerful, endurable, crowd favorite TUF Gaming F15 this holiday season? Yeah. Mas makin good. People like that shit.
Yo, actually, we can just use that. Sila. Ayan, wala naman. Just in case.
Take to. Iba naman. Kuya Maris. Why not reward yourself with the powerful, endurable, crowd favorite TUF Gaming F15 this holiday season? Ayan eh. Safe take. Baka sabihin na putang ina, natanggalin mo yung...
Pag pinapalitan, hindi na pinapalitan.
Okay, itatak ko na ng laptop. Ayan. This is the Asus TUF Gaming F15. This is the Asus TUF... Tama ba? This is the Asus TUF F... This is the Asus TUF Gaming F15. This is the Asus Gaming This is the Asus TUF Gaming F15 powered by the new NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 laptop. Okay ba yun na? Okay lang, goods. Patay na. Ano? What the fuck? Putol! 3060 laptop GPU. Pukin ang ina mo. Scroll down. Ano pala dapat sabihin? Asus TUF Gaming F15 powered by the latest NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 laptop GPU. It's a fixed spec random.
Yeah. Sabi ko. Kasi, kailangan mo lang ulit i-explain itong yung mga yun.
Right. This is the Asus TUF Gaming F15 powered by the latest NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 laptop GPU. Here's a GPU kaskat na. Here's a quick spec rundown. Here's a quick spec rundown. So here's a fuck, namumula ako sa'yo. Ken, say it one time, Ken.
Here's a rundown of the specs.
Okay. Here's a rundown of the specs.
Yeah.
Here's a Here's a quick about here's a quick specs lang. Spec. Okay. Here's a quick spec rundown. Here's a quick spec rundown of this beautiful machine. Yun lang, that's it.
Voiceover.
Ha?
Voiceover.
Okay, voiceover na. Okay, voiceover part na to dito. It has, and of course, it has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. Tama ba?
Oh yeah, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060.
Okay, sa slide na ngayon. Okay.
Yeah, next.
Alright, so it has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060, an Intel Core i7 12700H CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Calling of DDR4. Hindi ka, what the fuck?
Okay lang.
May ba't iba sa kabila?
Ha? What? Hindi naman ah.
May yellow din sa kabila eh. Sa right side.
Ay, di, ano yan? Ito yung papakita ng editor.
Ah, okay.
Para
Right. So ano na? 1 terabyte of SSD storage. And of course, the 300 Hz full HD screen. Tama ba?
panel.
Panel? Ano ba? Screen panel? Ano ba panel?
F8 Full HD panel lang.
300 Hz FHD panel.
Yeah.
Yun na lang.
Yeah.
Yun na. And of course, the 300 Hz full HD panel. Okay. Right. So let me tell you. Tama na.
Yeah, let me tell.
So let me tell you why you deserve this laptop kasi di ko pa nababasa yung script na. Let me tell you why you deserve this laptop to power up your gaming and productivity battles. So let me tell you why you need this laptop to power up your gaming and productivity. Why you deserve this laptop to power up your gaming. So let me tell you why you deserve this laptop. So let me tell you why you deserve this laptop para ma-power up ang gaming and productivity mo. The fuck? Productivity battles. Okay lang yun.
Mas okay yung ano. Yeah, cringe
Okay,
na.
okay.
Hindi, cringe yung ano script. Mas okay yung sinabi mo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay na yun. Yeah. Wait.
DLSS mo tayo.
Yeah. Saglit na rin
Ayun,
video.
sinasabi ko yung bawat ano.
Ako yung DLSS.
Okay. So first is deal.
Pero pwede mo na tanggalin yun nasa ilalim. Yung tanggalin yung atakas na.
Tapos na.
Enter mo, I guess, para lumabas yung main menu. Kaliwa mo.
DLSS. Deep Learning Super Sampling. Okay.
Okay mo yung game na lang, para may character yung pag-describe mo sa DLSS, hindi halatang easy take shit. Sa Cyberpunk pa lang. DLSS ray tracing, yeah. We can use Cyberpunk for DLSS and ray tracing. Hindi mo yung Cyberpunk o
Ito last night. Pinili ko.
ay?
Oh shit. Yeah.
That works. Nice. Yeah, kahit yun lang eh. I think kailangan spacebar. Sheesh! Go!
DLSS.
Yeah.
DLSS. Deep Learning Super Sampling or DLSS enables AI rendering to accelerate frame rate. Deep Learning Super Sampling or DLSS enables AI rendering to accelerate frame rates up to double the performance, making each frame look sharp. More and more gaming titles are being supported by DLSS, so mas matindi na when you play,
Mas matindi.
so mas matindi na when you play your favorite game.
We need that one. Ano, sige, okay. I think naka-on. Yeah, okay. There you go. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Yeah, looks nice.
Ray tracing! Okay. Ray tracing! Ray tracing allows for real-time cinematic quality. Ray tracing allows for real-time cinematic quality lighting to games. So this feature simulates the physical behavior. So this feature simulates the physical behavior of light. So games like Call of Duty or Control are now more realistic. Okay, cyberpunk ba sa
Shit, yeah, open mo yung source.
Control?
Control, yeah, may control dyan.
Damn, no, this game. Hindi ko din itong ano. Ito ating babae.
Babae.
Never played this shit.
Wait, really?
Parang nakikita ko lang to pag pini-feature sa Nvidia. Ano ba, maganda ba story nito?
Okay naman, yeah, okay yung story. Katulad yan yung isang game din na ganyan din yung yung artista yung kinuha nila dun sa unang hindi control yung title, nakalimutan ko.
Damn, Ken, we should record something like that, man. Reacting to PR memes, you know? Tapos mag-post natin sa, sa page. Para mag-post pa sila. Pag may memes sa akin, i-post sa page.
Kaya nga eh. Easy content. Tama na doon. Bagay yung bagay na sila.
Skip. Oh, shit, yun na.
Nice. Keep go.
Ray tracing! Ray tracing! Ray tracing! Ray tracing allows for real-time cinematic quality lighting to games. So this feature simulates the physical behavior. So this feature simulates the physical behavior of light. So games like Call of Duty or Control are more awesome. Kahit iba yung sinabi ko. More realistic, mo.
Hindi, realistic nga naman eh. Realistic na ba?
Pakta ba? Ulitin ko ba?
So this picture yeah.
Ulitin ko?
Yeah.
So this feature simulates the physical behavior of light. So games like Call of Duty or Control are more realistic. Yes. So dynamic boost. Wala to.
Ano? Valorant.
Holy shit. Iba-iba na.
Doon, hindi naman nakalagin sa account din eh. So you can open Valorant. Kahit yung menu lang. After that, kailangan mo ng gano'n. Subit-subit na siya. Pakita mo yung mga ano eh. Gano'n ba? Paso-paso. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11, then voice over. I'll do the voice over na lang. Tamis. Fuck! Yo, what the fuck is that? May naman ba yung McDo na yun?
Yes.
Fuck!
It's dying. Tabo. Ano yun?
Sisira yung... Oh no. Ang tumawin mo. Ano nagkagawa ka? Mabuti hindi.
Skincare product.
Nagbabarka ng karton eh. Buti hindi ko rin sa karton sa rin. Ay, bakit?
Sulat niyo.
Dynamic!
Is
Yes.
right. Dynamic boost. Dynamic boost 2.0.
Dynamic boost and resizable bar.
Yeah. Dynamic boost and resizable bar. Ang hirap mag resizable bar. Tama ba? Okay na ba yun?
Tama na yun.
Okay na, nasabi ko na. It optimizes, ano naman?
So, kailangan mo ulit, ha?
Kailangan ko sabihin na itutuloy ko lang.
Hindi, Dynamic Boost 2.0 in resizable bar.
Yeah, tapos select the optimize the performance between. Sabihin ko na lang.
Dynamic may 2.0 eh. Kailangan sabihin may 2.0.
Dynamic Boost 2.0 and resizable bar. Dynamic Boost 2.0 and resizable bar. Optimize the performance between the CPU and GPU to give its users up to 60% performance boost for the ultimate gaming productivity and Bobo.
Sayang, almost.
Optimize the performance between the CPU and GPU to give its users up to 16% performance boost for the ultimate gaming and productivity experience. Yes. Now, those features I mentioned, as lagi kong sinasabi ko ulit sa mga ginagawa ko video. Those features I mentioned are brought to you by the best NVIDIA. And those features na na-mention ko are brought to you by NVIDIA. And those features na na-mention ko, tama ba? Okay lang ba yun?
Tama, yeah.
And those features na na-mention ko sa inyo are brought. Alam mo yung naglalagay yung what the fuck is that?
Green broadcast.
Yeah, exactly. Alam mo yung parang nababalibago ko sa words. Alam mo, ganun yung spelling na pero. Those features na na-mention ko are brought by the best NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU voice. Ay, tumatay yung ano. Okay. And if those features weren't enough to make you think of replacing your gaming gear, let me. Okay, and if those features aren't enough, and if those features weren't enough to convince you na magpalit ka na kasi kung ina mo natin, what's ka sabihin? Enough to think of replacing your gaming gear, yan. And if those features weren't enough to make you think, and if those features weren't enough to make you think na magpalit ka na ng gaming gear mo, let me break down what you would enjoy. Let me break down ang pwedeng bigyan what you would enjoy. Alright, let me break down what you would enjoy in that. Let me break down what you would enjoy. Let me break down what you would enjoy in the TUF-F15. Okay, baba lang. Paano man ito?
Pwede mo lang i-close yung gate tapos limit lang. Parang gano'n lang do the hand thingy sa mga binabasa mo.
Okay. Right, so in this year's model, Asus didn't hold back. Andun pa yun na. Hold back with its power, considering this laptop is well known for its.
Wait lang, gusto ko manood ng iba.
Alright guys, it is 5:30 a.m. and we are about to start on 24-hour bathroom challenge, so I gotta get up and get excited because this is gonna be fun.
Bathroom is totally a blank slate, got it all cleared out, ready to go. By the end of the day, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna go get some food in me because we got a good base, and then we're gonna go make a run for supplies, paint, all that good stuff. Now we're ready to go to the store.
Already one delay. This freaking Pepsi truck stopped and blocked me in the end of the alley. There you go. Don't you know we got a YouTube challenge, dude? Come on! Alright. I think this is the earliest I've ever been to Home Depot, honestly. So we gotta be efficient here. We gotta get a vanity, a mirror. We gotta get, what else do we need? What do we need? I can't even think right now. Well, we'll figure it out when we get inside. over here is where supposedly the vanities are, and oh God. Okay, making improvements. I hope they aren't improving this by not having this. Okay, first hurdle. Gotta find where the vanities are now, if they're still here.
Many minutes later.
Disaster averted. It looks like they've got a new aisle for the vanities. So now we just got to figure out which one we want. Going for modern. I like the drawers, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure about like that granite top. I honestly. Also, 500 bucks. Okay, too much. 260 bucks over here, but floor model's busted. That's never a good sign. They'd be going too cheap. We gotta have something in the middle. Ooh, I like these. All right, what do we think? Kind of like this one. 350 bucks. I think this is gonna be the winner here. And we need a bigger cart.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
It was actually kind of hard to find one of these big carts right now. I gotta shout out all the hardworking folks in the trades because they are all up early. And that's why none of these big carts were apparently available, but we got one. 2, 3, lift with the legs. Boom. All right, mirrors, we're gonna keep it kind of simple. 24 by 30. Oh, of course they're out of that. Okay, 30 by 30, that's too big. 24 by 30, wait, what's this? Polished frameless bathroom mirror. Okay. Next up, we are going to try to paint today, which is going to be one of the biggest challenges. I don't want to just do paint though. I want to have some paneling or something, maybe to make it interesting. I was looking online and saw these pre-primed shiplap panels. These are going to be perfect to panel the lower half of the room. We can just cut them to size, glue them on. And I'm thinking painting these matte black will elevate the look and make it more modern instead of like the farmhouse look that you typically associate with shiplap. I think that'll do. Let's go. Time to pick out the hardware. Like this. All right, man. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Toilet paper holder, check. Towel arm, shells. This one jumps out. Quick connect, under 10 minutes. Double flush, check. And it has a soft close seat. I think we have a winner here. Busted up box, but you know what? Hey, we're gonna roll the dice a little bit. So wait, hold on. I gotta rethink the decision. The power flush, apparently this one will flush 7 pool balls down the toilet. Think of all the stuff we could put down the toilet. If we could do 7 pool balls, sky is the limit. So I'm thinking instead of traditional sort of wood trim chair rail across the top of the paneling, we're gonna use some Schluter tile trim. You just set this right on top of the panels to create your sort of chair rail, nice finished edge at the top. I've actually never seen it done anywhere else before on top of paneling like that. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned to find out if it's a great idea or terrible, and there's a reason that no one's done it. But now we gotta go check out and get over to the paint store. I am in the Benjamin Moore store, who also happens to be the sponsor of this video. We're gonna talk about them more later. But now we gotta pick out a color. I'm thinking either like a matte black or a matte gray. I talked to the folks over at Benjamin Moore and they said for a bathroom, you wanna go with their Aura Bath and Spa, which is apparently a awesome paint. There we go. In a matte finish. Color richness formulated for high humidity interiors. I like the sound of that. So now, colors. I like this one. Hold on. Is the winner actually gonna be Black Panther?
60% of the time, it works every time.
1 gallon of Black Panther, 1 gallon of Chantilly lace for the white top, and that's what I have in the rest of the place. It is 8 a.m. and we have got all the supplies we need, I think. Well, let's get home and start building. So this is the space we got. It is about a 5x5 powder room or half bathroom, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's just going to have a simple vanity and a toilet, but it is going to be a challenge to get everything in, from the flooring to all the panels on the wall to the paint drying, assembling the vanity, installing the vanity, installing the heart. We got work cut out for us today. So first up, we got to install the flooring and tile. Not really time to do that in 24 hours with the grout and everything. Taking advantage of the fact this is a powder room, so you don't need it to be as waterproof as a full bath where you have a tub and shower. We're just gonna go with the hardwood flooring. Same hardwood flooring we used for the hallway. I had a bunch left over, so it's an efficient use of materials, save a little money, all those good things. First step for that is gonna be laying down the foam underlayment. So we got our transition piece laid out right here, and we're gonna run the floorboards perpendicular to that in the bathroom. I got the first piece laid out just so we have a nice straight reference. If you don't get your first row straight, you end up fighting that straightness the whole time as you add more rows on. And for the first row, because you can't get this big flooring nailer in there, I just use a brad nailer to hold it down. So far, I did that for the flooring in the rest of the house, and it's almost a year old now and haven't had any issues, had all 4 seasons. So we're just gonna go with that technique for this one. Alright, got last piece going in. Does it fit? Maybe? Yes, yes, there we go. Alright, sweet. It is now 11:42 and the floor is in. That is one of the pieces of the puzzle. We're doing all right. We're just under a quarter of the way through the day. I think we're okay, barring any unforeseen circumstances, which, well, there's always seems like there's unforeseen circumstances. So we're gonna take a short lunch break to refuel.
You gotta be kidding, lunches for wimps.
Then we're gonna do the paneling on the walls. Next step, we're going to put up that shiplap paneling on the walls. And one thing we got to figure out is how high we want that to go on the walls. And the height's basically going to be determined by how it's going to look in relation to the vanity and the mirror and the outlets. The vanity we got is 31 inches tall, another 4 or 5 inches for faucet. Okay, so we're going to cut these, I think, 40 inches high all the way around. So we got our laser level out, and that's going to ensure that we have a straight edge all the way around. We just have to line this up and then shim the bottom. We glue it, and it should be all good to go. Yeah, a little more. Well, we got first casualty from rushing. I totally didn't see that tape measure was there. And we have one tape measure, but is no more. So we made this discovery walking around Home Depot, and check this out. This has a slot right here, and you can see it slots. It's a perfect fit, like just perfectly fits. Love it when you things just work out like that. Hello. Last piece of the paneling. I hope it fits because I got the got all the construction adhesive on it already. So now let's yes, okay. Oh yeah. I'm gonna call that a win. So off camera, I think we're just gonna caulk all the seams, and then I'm gonna come back when we're ready to paint this, which hopefully will be about 45 minutes. All right, I know I said we were gonna take a little break from filming and not show the caulking, but actually, I'm gonna sneak up on cameraman Cam here. So guys, this is Cam. He's the one you've been seeing for the last couple months, learning how to caulk, as well as operating the camera, helping out, basically like an extension of me with everything. He's doing an awesome job. You guys have also been asking about Kat, and I will address that a little bit more in the Q&A and video coming up probably right after I finish the building. In short, she is focusing more on her art and YouTube channel. For now, we got me and Cam holding down the fort over here. All right, y'all, it is 9:20, which means we have 9 hours to go. I'm not gonna lie, doing the shiplap paneling just took way longer than expected, and if you step in here, we got this all taped off. Taping this stuff was a huge pain to get the little underhang there, but now we're finally almost ready for paint. So we gotta install a mirror. I've marked the studs. We're gonna drill the holes, install the mirror right here. And then over here, we're gonna drill the holes for 2 floating shelves that we haven't even made yet. Yeah, we're gonna make some floating shelves as soon as we get done painting. We're in a little trouble, but we're gonna do our best to finish it. Let's go. Grab the studs, good. All right, guys, it is 10:16, a little over 8 hours to go, and you might say we are a little bit behind. We're about to start painting, finally, and before we paint the video, it's probably a good time to tell you about this video's amazing sponsor, Benjamin Moore. Many of you guys have a room that needs refreshing. Benjamin Moore has you covered with over 3,500 different colors mixed with Benjamin Moore's exclusive formulas. And those exclusive formulas mean no other paint brand can replicate the beautiful colors that Benjamin Moore has. And while 3,500 colors might seem a bit overwhelming, Benjamin Moore makes it easy to pick the exact right color for your space with their new digital color experience. And using the digital color experience is easy. You just go to benjaminmoore.com on your mobile device or durable. Comes in a matte finish, which is a rare combo to find. Bathroom paint that's also matte. And color-wise, for the bottom half, we are using the Black Panther. For the top, we're using Chantilly Lace, which is a variation of white. Oh, hey guys, I had some exciting news. It's almost midnight. That's not the exciting news. Exciting news is that Area at Work has just signed on to be a channel sponsor for me for the next 2 years. You guys know I love their clothes, been rocking them for the last 2 years. Need some workwear, want to support a brand that supports the channel, then head down to the link in the description. You can see the stuff that I like to wear. So, first coat of paint is on, and obviously I kind of expected this, but black and white, I'm gonna have to come back and do another coat. And it's now 11:45, so T-minus 6 hours and 45 minutes to go. The only major thing we got left to do is build those floating shelves. Super tired right now, but kind of having fun. So what should you do when you're kind of tired? Probably play with some fire. No, seriously, we're gonna go play with some fire. We're gonna try to keep this quick and easy, but still really cool. We're gonna do some Shishugibon Shelves. I just got some 2x6s here. I'm gonna cut a couple lengths of them, and we're gonna just set them on fire. And for those of you guys that don't know, Shishugibon is an old Japanese technique. You burn the wood, you char it, you get this really cool sort of blackened, textured finish that looks awesome, and it also makes it super waterproof. Like they used to use it in Japan on the outside of their houses. So let's cut down a couple boards and get going on that, because it is now midnight. If you ever want to do this, there's so many different finishes, and honestly, you just kind of experiment. Buy some wood, chop it up, try a bunch of different stuff. But what I found that I like, I'm going to char it to where you see the embers start to glow on the surface. Right there, that's what you want. It's almost like you can see through the wood. There's lots of techniques for finishing this. I was just playing around the other day and discovered I kind of like the char on there without actually taking it off. You take the paste wax and it kind of melts in there. It just kind of works. Just rubbing the paste wax in over the char dulls it down a little bit. And I think the paste wax just melts because it's still hot. As the wax will harden, it kind of hardens with the charcoal in it, and it just gives you this cool finish. So the ends of these, they don't char as well. So what I did was make these a little bit longer than I want the actual shelves. Now that they're all finished, I'm just gonna cut them to length, and then we'll have a nice clean cut. And it'll kind of be cool to have the exposed edges with a nice clean cut on the ends, contrasting with the black wrapping around. Pretty darn good and straight. So now, we're just gonna mix some epoxy to put in that hole in the wall so that it gets nice and rigid. We're trying something new because you might have heard a 5-minute epoxy, but now Total Boat has some 4 minutes. 4-minute epoxy. It smells like an epoxy. So we're just gonna take a bunch of this, lob it in there. All right. All right, time check, it is 2:12. Technically, we still have 4 hours and 18 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping it wouldn't take the full 24 hours. We gotta put another coat of paint on, then it's just a matter of putting the vanity in, dropping the toilet in. All right, we're powering through. I think we can make it. Only one way to find out. All right, guys, it is 3:05 in the morning. I have already sent cameraman Cam home. It's just me. Just finished putting the second coat of paint on the walls here. Even though we're gonna have to take them out in order to take all the protective stuff off the floor later, I'm gonna just bring the toilet, put the toilet in, put the vanity in, so we could say, yeah, it's done. I think that'll count. Let's do that. Ta-da! I'm personally just gonna say we did it because all we really gotta do is pull the tape away once that second coat of paint is dried. And of course, permanently attach the toilet and the vanity. We're gonna put the finishing touches, do the big reveal tomorrow, but 24-hour challenge, I'll let you decide. Is this count? Did I do it? I think I did, but hey, if you wanna hate, feel free, because you know, you do you. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm gonna come back in the morning and we will reveal it. All right, we are back the next day. I pulled the vanity out of the bathroom and it's time to remove the painter's tape for the big reveal. And we're almost to the cost, but I also want to come clean with you guys because this is a 24-hour challenge. I don't want to fake it. I want to be honest with all of you guys. Is there anything that we didn't do in the 24 hours? Within the 24 hours, we had the floor done, we had the toilet in, we dropped the vanity in, paint was done. The next day, all I had to do was take off the painter's tape. I installed a toilet paper holder and a hand towel holder. All in all, it was about an hour of extra work the next day just to put those finishing touches on everything. I honestly didn't think we could do this. I thought it was going to be a video about complete failure. I'd say that what we did counts as a complete bathroom renovation in 24 hours. What would I do differently? Well, the first most glaring thing is this cheapo mirror. Honestly, I can't stand this thing. The clips are kind of hideous. I'm probably going to just go make a frame out of some leftover flooring to put around it in short order. The second thing is the vanity sink combo. Honestly, you kind of get what you pay for. The materials are not great. It's held together with plastic and staples on the inside. The alignment of the drawers is not great, and there's no way to adjust the drawer hardware. It's the kind of thing where I think it looks pretty good now, but in a year or two, it's probably not going to look so great. So now I've answered basically all the questions I can think of you guys having, except for the big one of cost. So let's sit down, have a little toilet side chat to talk about costs. We'll start with the most expensive part. The vanity and sink combo was $350. The mirror is $27, and I definitely think we got what we paid for there, because as I said, my least favorite part of the bathroom currently. The toilet was $170. The paneling, paint, and trim combination was $351. The light over the vanity there was $60, and that, by the way, was installed by the electrician a long time ago. As long as the rough electrical had been done, I don't think it would have been a big deal to install a simple light fixture in the 24-hour period, though. We saved a bunch of money on these floating shelves because we just got one 4x6 board, which was about $8. A half-inch dowel was about $2, so $10 in total for those shelves. The faucet, towel holder, and teepee holder were $110 together, and my goal going into this was to try and do it for $1,000. Knowing, of course, that fast and cheap don't really go together, but we just walked into the store and bought the stuff we wanted because that was part of the challenge. The grand total for all of that was $1,018, so we were pretty darn close to that $1,000 goal. Now, if you want to get technical, we also have to throw in the flooring. For me, it wasn't really a cost because this was just leftover flooring I had after I'd done the flooring in the rest of the building. If you want to add it in though, the flooring, it was $6 a square foot. We've got about 25 square feet in here. Add another 5 square feet for waste. You're at about 180 bucks for 30 square feet of flooring in this bathroom. If you guys enjoyed this video and are just finding the channel or not subscribed, make sure you sub bell and check out the playlist of all the other videos.
New AK user.
Isn't it great how fast the propeller spins even though I turn the handle slowly? Yes, it's a gearbox and you probably think that there are some kind of gears or something like that inside. But this gearbox is a little bit different and it's actually not a mechanical gearbox. This is a magnetic gearbox. Although both mechanical and magnetic gears actually serve the same purpose, magnetic gears work on a completely different principle. A mechanical gear mechanism inevitably requires physical contact during engagement. Magnetic gears, however, use the interactions of permanent magnets, so there is absolutely no physical contact between the gears as in mechanical ones. If there is no physical contact, there is no wear or mechanical damage, and so no need for lubrication. Isn't it great? This flex modulated concentric magnetic gearbox basically consists of 3 concentric rotors. I designed all these in Fusion 360, then 3D printed them with PLA. This is the sun gear. There are 8 magnets on the sun gear, and normally these 8 magnets are 4-pole pairs, so 4 mechanical teeth. But this sun gear is a little different, because I didn't arrange these magnets alternately, like one north and one south, as in this ring gear. The magnets in the sun gear are arranged in groups of 2 north and 2 south, so that in total there are 2 pole pairs. And that means 2 teeth instead of 4 teeth. The reason I arranged it this way is to get more gear ratio in the same value. The other component is the ring gear. There are 20 magnets in the ring gear, and this time, unlike I arranged these magnets as one north and one south alternately. As you can see on this magnetic field viewer, the magnets in sun gear are in groups of 2. But here, each magnet is separate. In this case, 20 magnets make 10 pole pairs, and this means 10 mechanical teeth. The last component is the Flex Modulator. What does this modulator do?
Since the founding of their chapter, the Black Templars have been on a single, unending crusade. Venerating the Emperor of Mankind as a literal god, they are determined to cleanse the galaxy of his enemies. For this purpose, the fleet-based chapter has marines spread across the galaxy, and so you might think they'd be receptive to Primaris reinforcements. But not all of the Templars felt this way, and in fact, in one Crusade fleet, they saw the arriving Primaris Marines as an affront to the Emperor's holy work, and so they slaughtered them along with the attending custodian. Thankfully for Guilliman, this incident has now been dealt with, and Primaris Marines are accepted across the chapter, with even High Marshal Helbrecht crossing the Rubicon Primaris. There are 4 vows for Black Templars, and these will even affect the game. Black Templars can choose from Suffer not the unclean to live, Uphold the honour of the Emperor, Abhor the witch, Destroy the witch, or accept any challenge, no matter the odds. Since the founding of their chapter, the Black Templars have been on a single, unending crusade. Venerating the Emperor of Mankind as a literal god, they are determined to cleanse
In this year's model, Asus didn't hold back with the power. Tama ba?
Yeah, with the power considering this laptop.
Ang idea na with the power considering this laptop is bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Value. In this year's model, Asus didn't hold back with the power. Considering this, okay. Naalam mo diba? Okay. In this year's model, Asus didn't consider the feelings of the job. Asus didn't hold back with the in this year's model.
I'm a gangster's wife, doing anybody killer. Daddy, let me know that I'm your only.
Because if you're going here and I'm going through your center line, you didn't blow nothing, right?
What's going on, Fire Team? Welcome to Shift Fire, the exploration and appreciation of all things military culture. You guys are tuned in to an episode we like to call FTX, or Field Training Exercise, where we bridge the gap between military training and civilian application.
Folks, we are very excited to be here with Omer Duchovny, former member of the Israeli Defense Force and chief instructor at Combat Works here in Southern California. And today, we're going to be learning about all things Krav Maga.
So first of all, today we're going to cover a few subjects. We're going to start with defense against common knife attacks. Okay. What to do and how to do it.
Okay, let's waste no time. Let's get right into it.
Okay, Graham, how are you doing? You good?
Fantastic.
You good? All right. So, Cam, you did really good. The fact that you got stabbed is just to showcase how serious and how challenging being in a situation like that is all about. What you did is something that is expected of someone coming from your background. My attack was changing constantly. It was from here and this angle, and you tried to grab my arm, so I rescued it, and then I came with a slash, and so forth and so forth. So it was nothing like a traditional type of attack. You ready, Cameron? Yeah. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
It's not a real life situation.
Exactly.
You can't predict it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So you know I'm going to attack you. Right?
I'm ready now.
I'm trying to get you in a position that it's not as ready.
Yeah.
In order to get the realism factor in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be fair for Cam.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All good?
Yeah.
All right, so again, you have tried to intercept and control the arm.
Yeah.
You moved around, you tried to try different angles. You tried to flank a little bit. So you did a lot of very good work, very good footwork. Now we're gonna start the learning process and to see how we can, with very simple application, improve our chances of survivability dramatically. When you're ready.
Okay. Hey, look, a bird.
All right, good work. Okay, so now let's start from the beginning. The most common attacks are gross motorical attacks. Think about it as haymakers, big movements, kind of like a common street fight. Why? Stress, adrenaline, anger, all those emotions coming in, fine motorical movements out of the window, gross motorical control.
You will often hear the Space Marines referred to as the Adeptus Astartes, and this is not just for copyright reasons, it also has some background in the lore. Ammar Astarte was a genius gene scientist whose skills were said to be greater than even the Selenar. Towards the end of the Unification Wars, where the Emperor took over Terra, she joined and eventually led the Emperor's biotechnical division, and she started to work with him on a project you're no doubt very aware of. She was instrumental in developing the separate gene lines for the Space Marine legions. However, after the Primarchs were scattered, Astarte believed the Space Marines would become unstable like the Thunder Warriors had, and she also saw the Emperor for the tyrant he would become. After realizing this, she decided to blow up her lab and all of her work. She was successful and she even died in the explosion. However, she failed to realize that the Emperor had backed up all of her work. After this betrayal, interestingly, the Emperor still did not change the name from Adeptus Astartes. This could have been because he liked Astarte, it's just a cool name, or maybe just out of spite. you will often hear the Space Marines referred to.
Did you know that there is a being who some consider to be even worse than Satan himself? Let me explain. Abaddon, also called Apollyon, which means destruction or doom, is considered to be both a place and an angel of the abyss in Christianity. He's the ruler of the abyss and controls an army full of locusts who will be let loose during the final days. He's referenced 5 times in the Old Testament and only once in the New Testament in the Christian Bible. During the end of times, there will be 7 trumpets that will be blown. With each trumpet, a terrible calamity will fall on earth. On the 5th trumpet, Abaddon and his army of locusts will be unleashed from the abyss on earth, who will then torture the unbelievers on earth. In some non-canonical texts, Abaddon was a cherub who became an archdemon after being tempted by Lilith. Did you know that there is a being who some consider to be even worse?
G'day guys and gal. It seems like every race and faction in 40k is allowed to have their uber elite unit types. The Elder have their solitaires, autarchs and archons. The Orcs have their war bosses, and the Space Marines have guys that don't wear helmets. So what do the Guardsmen get? Tempestus Scions? Not bad, but not enough to make me quiver in excitement. No, they get the Lucifer Blacks, an elite force of extremely skilled and overtrained agents that represent the peak martial skill and intelligence that a mortal human could ever hope to achieve. They were chosen as the secondary guardians of the Imperial Palace, and to this day they remain the most feared and respected Guardsman regiment in the Imperium. And yes, they are technically a Guardsman regiment, despite barely following any of the conventions of a regiment. If I still haven't piqued your interest, a Lucifer Black was able to get past a Primarch's guard in a melee duel and stab him in the chest, something that even the best Space Marines can't manage. Before we get black with Lucifer, you know those awesome cosplay calendars that I sold a little while ago? Well, turns out there's a couple spare boxes of the 2022 version in A4. Now that does make them quite outdated from a date keeping perspective, but still very valid and powerful for jerking the gherkin to 12 professionally shot and edited cosplay photos featuring 4 or 5 if you include myself, sexy models. So I thought instead of committing sacrilege and bidding these leftover calendars, I thought I may as well list them for 60% off their original price tag and try and move them to a better place other than the garbage tip. With that kind of discount, this isn't about profit, it's about preserving the dignity of those cosplay models. So if you missed out on the original calendars or thought they were too pricey, then now's your chance. I've had nothing but good feedback, with a number of people emailing me being like, dude, I got this calendar but I never ordered it, what's going on? Meaning that you funny cats and kittens have been anonymously sending these to your mates to mess with them. I'm so proud. 60% off, guys and gals. Let's get these bad boys to a good home. Today I'll go over the Lucifer Blacks, their origins, why they're so elite, and what they've been up to for the last 10,000 years or so. Let's get into it.
Oh, fire, no wonder we're talking about it with the Legion of the Damned and all their flaming armor. Holy shit, got him!
I accidentally fat fingered my mute button when I said dead. I was gonna say dead Spy X Family fans, but it just ended at dead, and then you were on a roll, so I didn't want to stop you.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
More like Legion of the Damn, he got you.
Damn, yeah, Legion of the Damn, got him!
Alright, anyway, we're stupid. Just 2 apes throwing shit at each other. I think not. Actually, that's not the worst. That's not the